Alright, let's look at levers. So I've got a lever here. It's just a meter stick with a nice little piece on there so it balances out. Our first class lever, we got 3 different classes, is, let's draw this on the board, is a seesaw. We call it a fulcrum in the middle. We're going to put the output force here on what we call the load. Over here, we're going to put the effort force. This is also known as input, and this is output. Right? So we put in an effort force, then we have the fulcrum in the middle, then we get an output force. Right? Input, output. You could also call it effort. This may also be known as resistance. Let's put that here. Then I'm going to cut that string down. Yeah, thanks string, I actually wanted that. Just some quick terminology so we're all on the same page with it. So, I'm going to go over to levers in just a second. I'm tying this into a knot. Oop, messed that up. Small hole. There we go. Let's put a little slip knot on there. Okay. Strip some of this off. We don't need all of it. Okay. So we're going to look at our lever here. I'm going to try to put it pretty balanced. So just going to demonstrate this with our weights. So we've got our load here, right, on one side. Oh look, I can't. So I'm going to hold it in the middle on this, and then I can push down here. Oh. And we should be able to lift that. So there's some cool things about levers we can do. We can change the length of an arm. And look at how that changes it. So it was, took some work to push down on that, and it took about 1 Newton of force in there. So if I increase the length of my arm, I can lift that weight easier. So my input arm increases, my output arm decreases, and I can lift the weight easier. This thing is not as easy. String cuts. Okay. Ooh. So if I decrease the length of my output arm and my input arm is really long, so it's only like 2 inches out here, it should be really a lot easier to lift that weight. And look, it's pretty much doing it all on its own. Not a lot of effort goes into it. And the exact opposite happens too if I go all the way down here. It's going to take a lot more effort. Move this over a bit. A lot more effort for me to lift that weight. In fact, I can't really do it. I feel like I'm going to break this thing to lift that weight. Not happening. So length of the arm matters for how efficient your levers are. So let's rearrange this, because that was our first class lever. Right? So this is first, I'm going to write it up here, first class. Let's look at a second class lever. All we're doing is going to rearrange our one end. And we're going to put our load here. And our effort is on the far side. So let's rearrange our fulcrum. Our lever here. So I'm going to slide down the string. Maybe a slip knot wasn't the best choice because now it's pretty tight on there. Seems to have tightened itself too much. Can't get it. There it goes. So I'm going to put fulcrum on one end. Our weight is in the middle. And I'm going to pick up on that far end. Oh, not that bad to do. I'm putting in less work on this. Ideally, if everything's centered, it should be about half. Remember when we looked at the pulleys, the movable pulley? I got weight shared out here and weight here. This works kind of like a wheelbarrow, right? You would have the wheels down here. You would be picking up on the middle, on the far end, and then in the middle you would have the weight you're carrying. So we know a second class lever should be advantage to you, right? Okay, I got room over here. I'm going to draw a third class lever now. It's going to look a lot like the second class. And we have our load out here. This is our fulcrum, the input force that you're doing, and then the load. We'll rearrange this to show that. Come on, gotta loosen this back up. So we got the weight at the end. Put the weight there. There we go. I got my fulcrum, the weight, and I'm going to lift near the, oh, I lost the weight. There we go. And I'm going to lift, what's funny is I can't actually lift this weight this way. I'd have to move my hand way over here, and it's still not working very well. I'm kind of lifting everything. This needs to be much more fixed. So if I hold it with my hand on that fulcrum side, I can pivot it. Oh, this is hold on. I figured out my problem. This is upside down for how I have to pull. It worked for the other ones, but now it's going to have to be the opposite. So I'm pulling downward. There we go. Now I can lift as a third class lever. I lost the string off the weight. If I'm putting my hand near the middle, it takes actually a lot more effort to raise this than when I'm just lifting it by itself. This does not have a mechanical advantage to it. So let's look at these. I'm going to put this little check. Mechanical, I'm going to put ME for mechanical advantage, MEA. So we're good. A check mark. We have mechanical advantage, right? This was like half. This one depends on the arm length, so does this one. We can vary that number. This one, no mechanical advantage. This takes more effort to be put in, this third class lever. They're not super efficient. You would see them things like sweeping, right? You got your hand up here acting as the lever. This is your effort, and then you've got out here sweeping the floor, right? Right? So third class levers, not efficient. These ones, obviously we're going to vary the length of the arm, and where that fulcrum is really varying the length of the arm to increase our output forces on both of these. We can do the same thing as vary these lengths of these arms to increase or decrease our mechanical advantage. I'm going to stop there, come back, do the last one. in a little bit.